What's going on, YouTube? It is May 12th, 2021, Wednesday afternoon. And this week, as usual, we have a new controversy, this time surrounding poor Colin Kaepernick. It seems that Hollywood, with the help of their friends at Twitter, aren't going to take this laying down. No, they are outraged because Tim Tebow is getting a second crack at the NFL and Colin Kaepernick is not. And of course, that has nothing to do with their talent, has nothing to do with the position they're trying to play, or even anything to do with finances or about money. No. Rather, they would have you believe this is based strictly on skin tone. Well, I don't know if I believe that, and we're going to break down this theory and see if it holds any weight. This is the Massalorian. Roll the tape.
Hey, you just said that on camera. This going viral.
Just in case you need to be caught up, Tim Tebow was attempting to come back to the NFL. This time not as a quarterback, but as a tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, 2 weeks ago, with the number one pick in the NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars took touted quarterback out of Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, who is supposed to be the second coming of Peyton Manning, according to anyone who's watched a college football game in the last 3 years. Just so we're clear on the facts, Tebow is attempting to make a comeback as a tight end, not as an NFL quarterback. He is attempting to reinvent himself so that he can get another shot at playing in the NFL. This handsome devil staring back at you is American actor Steve Pasquale. Never heard of him? Me either. Oh, you have? What's he been in? Don't worry, I'll wait. Exactly. Well, according to Steve, the only reason that Tim is getting a second chance at the NFL and Colin isn't is because of his skin tone. Now, on May 10th, for some reason, Steven decided to tweet that Tim Tebow finding a team and Colin Kaepernick can't must have something to do with white privilege and called it white privilege NFL style. Now, just for context, Stephen Pasquale is an American Hollywood actor who lives in Los Angeles and has a net worth of somewhere between $1 to $5 million. Where he gets off talking about white privilege, I have no idea. Now, if you ask me, or I would think any of the other 32 head coaches in the NFL, Colin Kaepernick sucks, and that's why he's not playing football right now. And that's the only reason why. And while we're on the topic of quarterbacks who suck, you can throw Tim Tebow right in the same boat as Colin Kaepernick. He sucks as a quarterback as well. But he's not coming back to play as a quarterback. He's coming back to play tight end. I think, honestly, most Patriot fans thought back in the day when we signed him, he was coming to either play fullback or tight end, not to play quarterback. We had Thomas Edward Brady as our starting quarterback that year, the best quarterback in NFL history. And just a reminder to the SJW, Stephen Pasquale, here are some photos of the Kaepernick family. He basically just looks like the son who just came back from 7 days in the Bahamas, maybe away on spring break. You and everybody else need to calm down with the black quarterback rhetoric. Just because you have an afro in your mid-30s doesn't make you black. The problem is nobody wants to stop and think for a second and say, hey, maybe they brought Tebow in because it will help take a little bit of the pressure off of their new multi-million-dollar rookie quarterback out of Clemson, the number one overall pick. He's probably got a ton of pressure on him right now, and Tebow might help with some of that. But, of course, we can't do that. We have to think irrationally and say it's got to be based on his race. Hollywood, with Twitter's help, is always there to save the day when it's not even needed. With his final year in the NFL being a 2-win season, it's just a fact that Colin Kaepernick sucks now. And he's got no place in the NFL, and that's why he's not there. I'm going to wrap it up by saying Tim Tebow really never had a real shot in the NFL to make it as a starting quarterback. Maybe he can make it as a tight end. Only time will tell. He had one bright spot in his whole NFL career, and that was a 10-yard throw to Demaryius Thomas, who took the ball 80 yards to the house for a touchdown in a playoff game in overtime.
Here we go. First snap of the overtime. The Broncos have been in 3 overtime games this year. They won them all. Got him at the 40. It's Thomas at the 50. Stiff arm got him free to the 30, to the 20. Thomas to the 10. Denver's going on to New England. They win it on the first play of overtime.
What Michael Vick did was 100 times worse than kneeling for the national anthem like Colin Kaepernick. But you know why he made it back to the NFL? Because he didn't suck. Guys, if you enjoyed the content today, please do me a favor. Smash that like button and hit subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And as always, before I let you go, here's a little taste of what I call diversity. Spread love, people. It's the Boston way. I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.